Dr. H here, and today I want to talk about something extremely important that I've seen. So this is something that I've suffered from personally myself, and this is how I got through it. And I have two messages to give: one for the parents, and secondly for you as a student. So throughout university life, we have to deal with a lot of things, and particularly there is one thing I want to talk about today, which is finances and how they affect you. For students, I know it's very important to remember your financial background, where you're coming from, as it will drive you to push on through and um, not go astray in your journey. But there's one important thing I want you to note with finances. We deal with a lot of things from our friends, from our environments in school, and in particular, I want to talk about from our family, from our parents as well. So, one thing you have to take note is that at some point in time, your parents will complain about fees and about how wild finances are in that particular moment in time. But there's one important thing I want you to take away from this, and it is that it is not your pressure, it is theirs and theirs alone. You are here in school for one reason and one reason only, and that is to pass and clear. Keep that in mind always. Please do not put it upon yourself and blame yourself for what your parents are going through. They brought you in this world for a reason, and it is up to you to repay their faith that they have put in you, making you come to university in the first place. And for the parents, my one message is very simple, actually. So for the parents, I want you to stop complaining to your children. I know it is very easy to neglect. It is very easy to forget that your kids do get affected by these things, but you have to be sensitive enough to realize that during university, your child is probably going through a lot at the moment, whether it be in academics and it just being peer pressure and other sort of things that go on in university. So, to make it easier for your child, rather than complain always, make some efforts. On some days, you just have to call them, reassure them, um, ensure that they're doing well mentally, because mental health is very, very important, and I feel like we do not address this enough in African families. Just call them, check up on them sometimes, even relatives, as far as relatives are concerned. I know it's not everyone that can afford to back us up financially, but then again, there are other forms of support which you can give us, quite frankly, and which I feel like we need. So sometimes don't think that all we want from you is money. Sometimes all we need is support. Sometimes all we need is just to hear that someone is proud of us, because we do oftenly forget that in our journey. We forget where we're coming from. We forget that we have people that support and love us. So if you have the opportunity, please just call, remind them that they're doing fine, remind them that you're proud of them, and remind them of where they're heading to and their destination at the end of the struggle.